All right, now, what if we just had the graph, it didn't tell us what the equation was, and we had to find the domain and the range? So what we're going to do on this notes, we're going to find the domain and range of each of them, and we're also going to, and I know it's not written in, but I want you to find the asymptote, so we'll just put AS standing for asymptote, and we'll write it in. Whatever the asymptote in is going to be a horizontal line at y equals, and then whatever. So this one, the domain is always all real numbers. If you want to, you could go ahead and fill it in for all of them, but I'm just going to go one at a time. Our range, find our asymptote. So it goes up forever, it's going down, and boom, right here, it starts to level out, and that is right at 0. So we're comparing our y's to 0. Our asymptote's at y equals 0. Now, are they above or are they below? They are above, so it's greater than 0. All right, number 2, our domain, all real numbers. Our range, well, I look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be at -5. So our asymptote is at y equals -5. So we're comparing our range, y to -5. And this time it looks like they're above, so these are going to be greater than -5. Number 3, domain. Once again, all real numbers. Our range, well, find your asymptote. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one looks like it's at +5. So our range, we're comparing y's to 5. You compare it to your asymptote, and it's above, so it's going to be greater than 5. You guys getting the pattern? Try 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to push pause on the video, push play when you're ready to see the answers, all right? So push pause now. All right, there were 4, 5, and 6. Once again, the domain is always going to be all real numbers. You just have to look at that asymptote and look at to get the range. Asymptote here, it stops at +1. That's when it levels out. So asymptote's y equals 1. The range, y is, and they're above 1, so it's greater than 1. Over here, range, once again, all real numbers. Or sorry, domain is all real numbers. Range, asymptote there is at -5. So it's at y equals -5. And then for the range, y's are all greater than -5. Domain, all real numbers. Asymptote's at y equals 0 because it always approaches 0, never hits it. The y's are above, so they're greater than 0. 7, 8, and 9. I'm going to pause the video here, push play when you're ready to see the answers, all right? Push pause now. And here are the answers. Check them, see how you did. Make sure to label asymptote each time. It's that horizontal line that it approaches but never crosses. And then get your domain and range. All right, now on the back of this page, we've got a few more. So, I'm going to do these ones that fold down. We'll do number 10 just as a refresher. So it goes to right there, which would be at -2. So our asymptote is at y equals -2. Our range, they're all above -2, so its y's are greater than -2. Domain is always all real numbers. Now, let's look at these two, 11 and 12. They fold down. Well, our domain is still going to be all real numbers. Now, our range, this goes all the way up to about +8. So we're comparing to the asymptote of y equals 8. So y and 8. Now this time, since it goes down, it's folding, it's all underneath 8, you're going to have less than 8. So, number 12. Domain, still all real numbers. Asymptote, it approaches 0, right? Because you're just looking at the y value. So your asymptote's at y equals 0. So y and 0. This time, once again, it's going down. It's all numbers underneath 0. So it's going to be less than. All right? Now, I want you to try 13, 14, 15, 16, and then we'll do this last one together, okay? So try 13 through 16. Push pause on the video. Push play when you're ready to see answers. Push pause now. All right, so 13, 14, 15. Those are the answers I got. And then on 16, this is the answer I got for that one. Hopefully you're starting to get the hang of the flow of this. Now, let's look at this one right here. It says describe the domain and the range of this function. Well, this one, it does have a stop, but it goes to the left forever. So the domain goes left forever, but stops at positive 5. The range, well, it starts at negative 4 and it goes up forever. So we've given the verbal description. All we have to do now is write the math terms. So for the domain, we're comparing our x's, and they stop at positive 5, and they're all smaller than 5, right? 4, 3, 2, 1 negatives. So they are less than or equal to 5, because that's an included point. The y values, they start at negative 4, and then they get bigger, but we have an asymptote. So I actually miswrote that. It has this asymptote here at negative 2. So we're comparing our y's. Now we have 2 stops. It goes from negative 4 to y to negative 2. Now our y's are always bigger than negative 4, or they could also include negative 4, and they never hit negative 2. So they're less than negative 2. So this one, a little bit tricky because of the asymptote, but that is how you get it done. That's going to be it for the notes. I'm going to show you how to do your homework, and then I'll stop the video. Okay, this is your homework assignment. You don't have to do all the problems. You just need to do every one that's got a graph, very similar to your notes. I want you to find the domain and the range, find the asymptote, and even though it doesn't say it on here, I also want you to find the y-intercept for every one that has a graph. So for example, in this first one, domain is always all real numbers. Your range, well, it goes from positive 2 up forever. So your y's are being compared to positive 2, which means your asymptote there is y equals that positive 2. They're above, so it's greater than 2. And now your y-intercept hits the y-axis at 0, 5. This is how you answer all the ones on your homework. You only have to do the ones that have graphs. You do not have to do the ones that are word problems, okay? Good luck on your assignment. Hope this was helpful.